Hi, my name is Andrea del Rio and welcome to the Detroit Institute of Arts. Today, we're going to have a look at two objects from our Korean gallery. The first artwork is one of our favorites here at the DIA, Happy World, Scattered Crumbs by Ik-Joong, who lives in the US but is from Korea. This piece is made from various elements like toys, tools, jewelry, paint, or pencils, anything really. We call this mixed media. Notice all the unconventional materials used here, like this yo-yo, these grapes with yellow paint, this taxi cab, this airplane, this rhinestone necklace, this flute, and these salad tongues. Here we see so many items in just one work of art, but Mr. Kang did not just have all these things laying around his house. Over time, each item was collected from different people and places. He even collected toys from his son. Eventually, adding to the collection became a routine in his daily life. Together, these collected objects form a story, a sort of diary, recording his surroundings and experiences in both the United States and Korea. Think of a vacation you've taken, any place you visited. Maybe you have a souvenir. This could be a gift, even a picture or an item of clothing from your trip. Sometimes objects like these can take us back and help us remember our time there. There are 225 of these wood squares, each one representing a unique experience or memory from Kang's life. With so many parts to look at, I see something new every time I look at this piece. However, there is one thing being repeated in this artwork. Have you already noticed what it is? You may have noticed it here, and here, and here. These round shapes. These repeated shapes are representing a type of ceramic piece called a moon jar. They are especially important to Kang's work and a significant part of Korea's art history. Let's have a look at this important ceramic piece. What are ceramics, you might ask? Well, they are anything that is made of clay. Have you ever worked with clay? You can knead it, squish it, squash it, and sculpt it into all types of shapes. And clay is just a kind of dirt made of very small grains of soil that have been mixed with water to create a dirt-like dough. This dirt dough can be sculpted or shaped using a technique called hand building, where an artist only uses their hands and a few handheld tools to sculpt the clay. It can also be sculpted by throwing, a technique using a machine called a potter's wheel, where an artist squashes and squishes the clay on the machine's spinning turntable to create shapes. Once the clay is shaped, it can be painted with lots of beautiful color paints, specially made for ceramics, called glazes. And once the clay has been shaped, sculpted, and glazed, it is put in a kiln, a very large oven, like this one, and heated up to harden and dry. This process is called firing. Kilns can get up to 2,400 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot. Can you imagine just how hot that might be? Hotter than a candle flame? Hotter than a stove? Hotter than the sun? Lots of different things are made with this process. Things like pots, sculptures, plates, even tiles can be ceramic. Do you have any of these ceramic things at home? Perhaps you have a vase or jar at home that was sculpted, glazed, and fired just like our moon jar here at the DIA. Moon jars were first created in the 17th to 18th centuries and used for storing food. However, since the early 20th century, the moon jar's purpose has transformed. Instead of being jars made just for practical use, moon jars are now viewed as works of art, admired for their aesthetics. or artistic appearance over any intended function or purpose. Each moon jar is unique. Within its milky white surface, there are subtle spots and differences in color. It's not a solid white. You might also notice that the moon jar isn't a perfect sphere. That's because moon jars are handmade by putting two clay bowls together, one inverted on top of the other. Because moon jars are created by joining two parts into one, some artists like Kang use them as a symbol for the reunification of North and South Korea, something that many Korean people hope for. We might also think about how this symbolism can apply to other parts of the world, like a hope for people to come together despite their differences. Do you have friends from different cities, different countries? I bet they're not so different from you. Maybe you both like the movie Aquaman. Maybe you both have a Lego collection. Maybe you both love New York City and want to become astronauts. There is so much we might have in common with a new friend from a different place. And maybe you'll come make some new friends at a visit to the DIA sometime soon. Until then, so long and have a fantastic day.